at the Stadio Diego Armando Maradona. It's the Derby del Sole, the Sunshine Derby. It is Napoli against Roma. We are underway. I'm watching this one alongside me is former defender Manuel Pascali. Good evening, Manuel.
Good evening, Thomas. What a cracking atmosphere this year at the Diego Maradona. Obviously, Napoli now will look to find some crucial points.
Roma starting aggressively. Manuel here, Celik for Zaragoza. He's fresh from joining, loan from Bayern Munich, as you're saying. Napoli desperate for the points. Zaragoza, full of tricks. Malen invited back up to his feet.
Great tempo. 5 minutes, end-to-end stuff.
Great sliding challenge by Ndika.
Brilliant. Brilliant. I like the way Colombo is refereeing so far.
Mancini. Zaragoza. Malen! What a start for Roma! And Malen just can't stop scoring. After Torino and Cagliari, this one though will have an extra special taste at the Maradona against the Serie A champions.
Thomas, that's the man that Gasperini was looking for, was desperate to sign. He proves again that is the right choice. Great transition by Roma. I think Mancini found Zaragoza on the right side. Brilliant ball in, one-touch football. Look here, it's all coming from this. Brilliant tackle by Ndika. Pizzi receiving the ball. Look, Mancini is there with Politano. Then Buongiorno has to run back immediately. But this is a sensational ball and a sensational goal.
Zaragoza on his full Roma debut with the assist. Malen only joined the club last month. It's now his 4th goal for the club in 5 outings. The last player to be that prolific for Roma in his first season, Gabriel Batistuta. Vergara. La Bocca. Spinazzola. Vergara took a deflection on his way through.
Yeah, better from Napoli, moving from right side to the opposite flank, finding Spinazzola. Great ball in. Good job by Cristante, who touched the ball last, and now they got a chance from corner.
Elmas. Svila comes. Now La Bocca. Straight into the arms of Svila.
Yeah, easy catch from Svila to central. Second ball picked by Lobotka.
Spinazzola. Trying to give it to Højlund.
Yeah, tried to feed again. Højlund in his feet.
Now Malen putting the pressure here on Rachmani. Malen. Still with Malen. Just wide of the post. Real scare for Napoli. And Malen is in red hot form right now.
Yeah, you can see why. Because he's got pace, but he's a strong boy as well. Look here, he's pushing Rachmani away. And here, using his pace, his strength, and even here, 2 against 1, able to find a way to hit. That
was awkward for Pizzilli. He's managed to get away also thanks to the help from Brian Cristante. Here's Wesley. Pizzilli. Still with Pizzilli. Space opening up here. And Pizzilli fires just wide.
Yeah, great play by Pizzilli, who's receiving the ball at the edge of his own box. This tells you a lot about this player.
Pellegrini. Wesley. This is promising for Roma. Wesley. Good block. Now Pellegrini. Cristante. Celik is screaming for it comes to Zeki Celik. Celik has time and space here. Malen trying to turn.
He could have Dame, because you could see Cristante coming late, completely left by himself.
Vergara, Politano, shaking in field, trademark style from Politano. Remarkably, Manu hasn't scored this season. Spinazzola, Lobotka, Elmas, Lobotka driving forward. Politano, Elmas, Spinazzola! Napoli level! And not for the first time, Spinazzola leaves his mark against his former employers. Game on again as we head towards the interval.
Thomas, how many times we've seen teams defending deep, and if you don't find solution, strike from distance can be one. We've seen from so many times. We saw yesterday this man against his former club finding the equalizer from outside the box. Yes, maybe there is a deflection from somebody, probably Celik, but he's caught Spiller by surprise. And this is the equalizer that Conte was looking for from the number 37.
I think maybe Pizzilli with that last touch. Celik was sliding in, and of course it made it difficult for Svela. This angle will clarify it. Is Zaragoza. They're appealing for a handball and a free kick, which they do get, Roma, as we go into added time.
Yeah, and then here Spinazzola asking question to the assistant referee.
So Pellegrini to swing it in. It's the second minute of added time of the first half. Pellegrini, Mancini. Looking at the referee then, it's going to be a goal kick.
Yeah, it was not an easy ball to meet for Mancini and Cristante, because was a little bit behind them. You need to twist your neck.
Milinkovic-Savic. Referee looking at his watch. Set to bring the curtain down on the first half here. 1-1. Malen getting an early goal. And a Zaragoza assist. And Spinazzola with the leveller. One-time Roma man. And there goes the half-time whistle. It is one apiece in the Derby del Sole here at the Maradona. Spinazzola getting Napoli back in it with a deflected strike after that man there. Daniel Malen gave Roma a dream start at the Maradona. Hello again and welcome back to the Stadio Diego Armando Maradona. Currently 1-1 here between Napoli and Roma. And you rejoin us with Roma preparing a first change of the match. It is Soleil coming on. That's the watch from the referee. Thumbs up. And we are back underway. 1-1, which is probably a fair result, isn't it? Hello again, Manuel Pascali.
Yes, I think it is. Now will be interesting. No, Sule back in the team. Zaragoza provided the assist for Malen goal.
E Vergara, Route 1 staff early on from Napoli. Here's Buongiorno. Spinazzola. In the air, 50-50. Still with Napoli, Bergkamp, Lobotka. We'll see what Soleil's introduction can do for Roma. No Dovbyk, no Ferguson, no Dybala up top. And no changes at the break from Antonio Conte.
Yeah, no change. Now Buongiorno has to face Sulle, different player compared to Zaragoza.
Højlund shielding the ball. Still with Højlund. We come here to Gutierrez. Bergkamp. Politano. Bergkamp. Politano. Comes here to Spinazzola. What a clearance.
Yeah, wonderful save by Spila. But now look like Gutierrez is playing in a more central position to leave Politano to receive the ball in his feet out wide. And from there, he's always providing some assists in the box.
They come here to Malen, one-on-one with Buongiorno. And just overran the ball there. Soleil is furious. He was waiting in the middle. Maybe a little rush of blood to the head for Malen, but also shows the confidence right now, taking on Alessandro Buongiorno. So it's Pellegrini coming off for El Ainaoui. And Venturino, the other man, all set to come on for Pisilli. I think that's Alisson just waiting in the wings now for Napoli. All set for a Serie A debut, it seems. Lobotka. Spinazzola. Gutierrez. Straight at Zvila.
Yeah, good ball in. Great transition for Napoli. Now Roma will change with something. El Ainaoui will provide more physical presence in the middle of the park.
Wesley. Malen. Back with Wesley, who's fast. Wesley breaking away. Goes to ground. Penalty!
Yeah.
Referee under no doubt. Pointing immediately to the spot. Wesley giving Roma the chance to retake the lead.
Yeah, great job by Malen, sending Wesley into space. Too quick for Rahmani, and here you can see there is a collision in between Wesley and Rahmani. I think the number 13 is not looking for the foul, but you can see the collision in between Rahmani left foot and Wesley. Achilles there, to me, look like a Stonewall penalty.
Now the changes for Napoli. So double change then for Antonio Conte. Look at Savic, who has saved 2 this season on Camarda and Morata. Total concentration from Malen. Here goes Malen! Roma back in front. Malen with another brace in Roma colours. Milinkovic-Savic unable to replicate his penalty heroics from earlier this season. Roma back in the driving seat.
Can't stop scoring. Simple as that. You need ice in your veins to beat Milinkovic-Savic, who picked the right corner. But this penalty is almost perfect. Finds the net, and again gives Roma the lead.
What an impact he's had since joining last month. Daniel Malen. Another flurry of changes then, and Wesley, after winning the penalty, unable to continue. Pino Vas, the teenager, all set to come on then. Here's Alisson Santos. Here's Serie A. Still, Alisson Santos! And Højlund was there trying to pounce, but Svila just too quick.
Yeah, not bad from this lad. Great pace. Svilar, double save there.
Giovanni. Now he passed Gilardi, who's growing in confidence in recent weeks. Now Venturino carrying it forward. Venturino make all the way here. Venturino took a touch off Matías Oliveira. Alisson Santos. 1-on-1 now with Mancini, who's on a booking. Alisson Santos. Indica. Højlund again was just waiting there in the middle of the box.
What a game. Gilardi, Indica, it's been incredible. And Gilardi, let's underline his performance here at the Maradona. Didn't put a foot wrong tonight.
Gilmore, Højlund, Giovanni, Alisson Santos! On his Serie A debut for Napoli with a late leveller. 8 minutes to go. Napoli back on track. What a way to endear yourself to your new supporters.
Wow, Thomas, he's a special player. Came on couple of times, take responsibility to go 1-against-1 with Mancini first, with Selic, then here received the ball and immediately smashed the net. No chance for Svilar, and that's a great strike by the number 27 who leveled the score for Napoli. Let's see from here. Bukema winning the ball there, finding Gilmore, immediately feed Højlund. Great move by Giovanni. Here for a second I thought he was going to strike. No, he feeds Alisson. The ball goes in between Mancini legs. No chance for Svila.
Made his debut midweek in the Cup. And now on his top flight bow for the Partenopei, the Brazilian. Belting it home. David Neres in the treatment room. There could be some new samba flair in the Partenopei ranks. Giovanni, Alisson Santos. And as you said, Manuel, it is game on again. Gilardi. Tsimikas. Cristante. Venturino. For Vas. Unable to steer it goalwards.
Good ball in. I think here probably Oliveira did well to push Vas there enough.
Alisson Santos. Still going, Alisson Santos. Højlund. Højlund and Indica with that final touch. Giovanni. Lobotka. Alisson Santos. Listen to the roar from the Maradona. Miguel Gutierrez and Svila punches it away.
Yeah, decent save. Another beautiful transition by Napoli. Who's got now probably the last chance of the game to win it. But Cristante probably is on the ground.
Celik avoids the corner. Alisson Santos on his Serie A debut, ensuring Napoli keep Roma at arm's length in the table and preserve Napoli's unbeaten sequence in front of their supporters.